But anyway, we're not going to go into semantics.
Okay.
How much can a guy come? 2-3 times in an hour for?
Listen, after that one conversation, I think we're set.
We got to ease the audience into it.
We're going to...
Just
with the gangbang.
Yeah. Yes, with the gangbang. Outside the box.
Yay.
Questions that were in a box and now outside the box because they're so fucked up, nobody thinks outside the box.
There you go. Okay.
I want to make a record note, though. Jocelyn will normally be with us in these episodes. Anyway. In the fucking box. After this is done, in the fucking box.
Why don't you just read the question?
No, because I have to intro it. Don't do that intro. Don't do that intro. Most of these videos are gonna be shitty. But what's nice is Jocelyn will be with us for like all of the other videos.
So we're using real names here? We're not using aliases?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's no point doing alias.
I don't know.
People know my alias. They don't know who the fuck you are. Nobody wants to know who you are. I'm the important person.
Really, nobody wants to know who I am.
I know. There you go.
Perfect. Watch my shitty slideshows for like 3 minutes and be like, I can't believe I wasted. I still have those posted. I never took them down.
Please delete them.
Why? One of them gets pretty good views still. I don't know why. People are still looking it up.
Let me put it this way. It's like, you remember that montage I made? Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No, I don't.
Oh my god. It's the most atrocious montage. I called it a mini-tage in the fucking world. I literally used fucking the Dazzle DVC capture card software.
You know what?
Pinnacle Studio.
I think I do know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I used fucking Pinnacle Studio, and I didn't know how to do like transitions or effects, so I literally took a fucking frame and rotated each individual like 2 frames by like 10 degrees.
Why?
Because that's what I knew how to do, and that's what that type of video is.
I think the worst part about one of those videos was one I actually dedicated a lot of time to. Is there's still fraps right in the center.
Unregistered Hypercam 3, Bandicam,
Right, it's just like
Viet9gag.
fraps.com right on top.
God almighty.
And I think for some of them I actually cut the screen so you can't see it on some of them, then it pops up on other ones because it's so bad.
Why?
Because I got lazy. I hit a point where I was like, you know what? Fuck it, this'll work.
Oh my god, I hope those videos never see the light of day.
They do. People watch them. I have a bunch of views.
Anyway. Welcome to Outside the Box.
Hi.
I'm Kyle. We're going to ask questions that are really morally fucked up. Or maybe they're just nice and interesting. But the point is, if you have any questions, you can leave them in our subreddit that I will eventually make. And me, this fat bastard, and Jocelyn will actually answer them. And we're going to argue these things, and they're going to be fucked up. So again, I'd like to say, these messages are just thoughts. They're not real thoughts. They're just weird ones that pop in our head.
Please don't sue us.
When do most of the thought... It's in the car, right?
Usually they're in the car, yeah.
Because it's like... I'll either be sitting here... Oh, no. It's when we're mid-argument over some stupid shit. Like, how do you cook a pork? Like, no, what do you mean? You gotta cook it this way, because then you do this. Yeah, but if I wanted to cook it that way, what would it be like if I sucked a hog's dick, because then it's raw? Or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's usually about how it goes, and then it becomes a moral argument. Like it would turn up.
So is it morally wrong to suck a hog's dick?
That's not what this episode's about.
So you get to read what this is, because you don't know what this is.
I have to.
You don't know what it is, so I can explain it to you.
If you think about it, a gangbang can only be a net positive.
If you had to guess what I mean by this, what would be your guess?
I vaguely remember this, and I think it was essentially there's no party involved in a gangbang has a downside.
No.
No?
No.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, that's the opposite of it.
It's the opposite.
So,
Okay.
If we had 10 participants in this gangbang, let's say 8 guys and 2 girls, but let's say the 2 girls weren't really happy with the situation, or 1 guy and 9 girls, and kind of again the 1 guy in the situation's not really the winner, or the 1 guy in the woman gangbang isn't happy, because if you think about it, you have 9 women you can have sex with, but you only have 1 dick, so you can't really.
We're gonna ease you in with a gangbang, ladies and gentlemen.
So now, okay, 2 girls out of the 10 who maybe don't enjoy the gangbang, there's not really anything they can get out of it, because after a certain point, you get fucking sore having sex with that many guys. So it's like, oh yeah, the first was nice, but then now it's just miserable. But from a statistical standpoint,
okay,
8 guys are walking away happy, and 2 women are gonna be really pissed off and sore and upset. But from a net positive. 6 people are happy. If you think you have 8 happy people and 2 unhappy people, at least 6 people walked away happy. So it's a net positive. And if you have maybe 1 guy, well, the 1 guy's upset, but maybe the 9 women, you got fingers and hands, you can do things to people.
I guess in toes. Semantics again.
Wait. So you're trying to say you think a guy can please 5 women at once?
I mean, with their help, yeah, probably.
How fucking coordinated did you have?
They'd have to move too. It's not like they would just lay there and be like, "All right, fuck us all at once with your various legs." And technically, hold on. I would say 6.
My body is broken.
Okay, let's pretend there's a man laying here.
Okay.
You think 6 women could fit, or guys?
Okay,
you think 6 people could fit on 1 guy?
Okay, I think if he had sprawled out, even if he did a Jesus maneuver with it all, he could lay there and have both feet up, have both hands accessible, his face, obviously, and his penine would all be very accessible. So therefore, with group effort, it could be possible.
Oh, my heart.
And that's a net positive, actually.
I think everyone's winning in that one, to be fair, but...
I mean, they might be just pleased they got the foot or something. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Okay, do this with your hands. Can you try to coordinate doing 2 different motions? Now imagine doing that with 6 fucking motions. 2 fingers here, maybe a whole fist here, big toe down here.
Now, again, with help, they'd have to help you here. You're obviously not going to be able to do this all at once, and if you can, bravo to you.
Okay, you can't. Okay, this is a common myth. You can't multitask.
That is true. But the best part about that during a gangbang is whoever is writing, per se, gets more time. Therefore, you extend yourself. Therefore, you please more people.
Extend yourself.
Shut up. Therefore, you please more people. So, we're way off topic, by the way.
But the level of coordination, that's unprecedented.
I don't know. I'm not saying, you could literally just stick your feet up, heel them up, boom, like that, or... I don't know if you want to go with different fingers.
Let's get in there with this hand.
It's just
double fisted.
Right? You don't have to focus that much to do this. Especially if you did your elbows, it'd be like you're lifting something the whole time.
So it's 6 guys. I'm sorry, 7 guys now.
Okay.
And the one guy's laying on the floor, and 6 guys are trying to get all of the limbs inside of them.
I mean, in fairness, a guy's a little bit easier because you could probably just rub against something. And
even in this theory too, you could get more guys because then you could have someone in the asshole.
Yeah.
So you could do 7 guys at once.
Not to mention, you could do this and be like, bam,
how
right
would
here.
You? No, that.
What? Right there. Come on.
How many dicks do you want in this guy?
You got 4 right here.
Okay.
This dude's
we got 4 here. We got the back of the foot as well.
Bend your knees.
Who's gonna get the dick and the asshole whilst there's dicks? You wouldn't even be able to fit enough people standing over this person.
It would be Tetris. It would be gay Tetris.
It would be worse than a fucking Japanese train. Actually, that's a double entendre. Japanese train.
So I guess on a bed, head off of the bed, you could technically do this, and you got 4 covered already. 5, technically, covered already. Let's see.
This is a very uncomfortable bed.
This is very uncomfortable. With probably the heavier of people on top to make sure you don't fall off the bed, you could get your balance and angle for someone in the ass. And then you could probably just bend your legs and get them right there, you know? And I guess you could still technically use the feet if people were okay with not technically being in between and feeling the pressure, you know?
I mean, there's people who like being pegged. How you doing? You gonna make it?
This conversation is so... I'm all in right now. This is terrible, and that was the worst choice of words right now. So I guess technically you could be like 2 per limb, mouth, ass, and dick. You get a lot of pleased people.
2 per limb for 4 limbs. So that's 8 off right at the back.
Yeah.
And now let's go.
You'd have to have like smaller people on your legs, but it would still technically work.
Okay. What size are you wide? Because I'm a 44 in a circle motion.
Too wide.
So my circumference is 44.
Okay.
You had one. Let's say you had an Amazon, a fucking dude who's like 6'6".
Amazon's a chick.
Okay, but whatever's at the point. Semantics. We're already going into semantics. It's not going to those.
Okay. It's not semantics or semantics here.
Yeah. Anyway, so we have a 6'6" person, kind of high on the but that's not too far off. You can get a guy that big. You mean to tell me if you got guys that were maybe less than my size, like 30 size in waist, you could fit 10 dicks in them?
Well, not technically in them.
Would you argue that this is not in you?
No, this isn't in. This is just kind of like pinch.
Dude, this is penetration. This is in you.
I would debate it's just rubbing. I kind of wish your window was open so your neighbor could see us doing this.
No. If you are like this, there is a closure.
Okay.
You are trying to penetrate this. To a very weird sense of it, you are in somebody that...
I feel like that's not the definition of penetration.
No.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Because if you had a dick, and you're taking a solid object and trying to push it through another object, or even if it was a liquid, or, well, technically a gas, but whatever. But you're trying to take a solid and penetrate it through it. Now, there's a barrier here that says, don't penetrate. But you have to force it. You can't penetrate a surface unless you force it.
Okay.
So you have to penetrate to get the arm. So you think you can get 10 guys to penetrate one other dude. And it has to be a dude because if it's well, actually, it could be a girl because
would still work.
Okay, well, still, my point.
The angles would be slightly trickier, but it would still work. And
So,
actually, no,
okay.
you could technically get another one with a girl. Breasts.
Can you do that with a guy?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I hate to use myself as a template, but yeah, I guess.
So back to the original, just to finish off real quick. So if you can get 11 dudes into one dude, it's technically a net positive.
That's not even a net positive. Everyone should be happy there. I mean, except for the guy who's probably going to be a little bit sore.
It's sticky. 11 dudes coming on you, it's going to be fucking sticky.
You technically didn't cover orgasm situations, because they could just orgasm into a blanket or a bucket or something.
I don't need to argue that. It's a gangbang.
So,
I
don't know if there are, but there could be polite gangbangs where they're like, please don't jizz on me. Here's the jizz bucket for when you reach climax. So they could just like...
I want you to Google jizz bucket.
No! God, no!
I want to see the results.
No, I don't ever want to see those results. And I'm sorry
God.
if you're the person who's about to look that up, too.
We're going to wrap up there.
Okay.
But we're gonna have questions submitted to us from our subreddit, which is gonna be r/outside the box, and if I have to put any special characters there, that'll be in that r/outside the box.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah, and Jocelyn's gonna be in the next one, so it's gonna get even more confusing.
So wait, are we having a first video like this, and then we have a follow-up video that answers questions, like a Q&A video?
Oh, we totally could. It depends on the caliber of the question, because we can only make so much
Obviously,
fucked
we'd have
up
to
shit.
follow off the top questions.
Well, here's my thing: is we're gonna do this. We're gonna have our questions, but I don't think this is gonna be enough to talk about for 10 minutes, unless you're us.
I mean,
So
I don't think we were even talking about that specifically for 10 minutes.
it's been going for 20 minutes.
Has it?
Yeah,
Fuck it.
but we've been talking for a lot as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what we're probably gonna do is we're probably gonna realistically have one of our questions and one, maybe two viewer questions if we get them.
Okay. I don't know, maybe. I'd say 3. I'd say 3 viewer questions.
That's too much. It'd take way too much time.
I mean,
If we were doing this in podcast format, fuck yes.
I would say let's sample it at 2, but if we do it in a short amount of time, we try and stretch it.
The reality of those is we gotta see if we get people watching.
That is also true. I mean, that would be a lot easier to pick questions out of if they don't.
Nah, because that's the big thing. Like one of the outside the video, of course. I'm like, Funhouse just ends up answering the same 7 questions every episode because it's like after a certain while you get so many of the same questions.
Yeah.
And it's all gonna become sexual at some point. But I'm like, we'll get to that point when we cross it. But I want a myriad of questions. I want every question there is. If there's a question about fucking South Park blowing chef or something like that, that could be a question on here. It doesn't have to all be sexual. But
It's probably going to end up sexual.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please leave a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button, get the bell notified, all that YouTube shit because the YouTube's fucking broken. But if you want to see the extended version, the extra 5 minutes of content, you can go over in Steam, or you can download this over at SoundCloud and you can listen to it, and you have 7 extra minutes of content.